All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today, we are going to unlock 5 honestly unbelievable Docker tricks that I promise will totally transform how you build and manage your containers.
I know, that's a pretty bold question, right? But what if I told you that some of the most common Docker practices, the ones you and I probably use every single day, are actually kind of flawed?
So you're going to want to stick around because we're about to dive into 5 techniques that will make your containers smaller, way faster, and so much more secure than you ever thought possible. Let's do this.
Okay, no messing around. We're jumping straight into the deep end. Our first trick? It tackles a massive security mistake that honestly, almost everyone makes. Man, they don't even know they're doing it. So here's the deal. The common mistake, what most people do, is use ARGs or environment variables for stuff like API keys, and you might be thinking, what's the big deal? Well, the problem is those secrets get baked right into the image layers. Forever. They're just sitting there. But the pro trick, oh, you're going to love this. It's using BuildKit's secret mount. It makes your secrets available only when they're needed, and then, poof, they just vanish.
And you want proof? Here's the mind-blowing part. With the old method, if you run a quick Docker history command, boom, your secret is right there in plain sight for anyone to see. But with a secret mount, you run the exact same command and it's gone. Completely vanished, like it was never even there.
And that is the magic, right? Your sensitive data, your API key, your password, it never ever gets written to a layer on the disk. It only exists in memory for the split second it's actually needed, and then it's gone. That's not just a small improvement, that's a massive security win. All right, moving on to trick number 2. And this one turns Docker into a time machine. Seriously, if you have ever struggled, really struggled, to run an old project because of version conflicts, this one is for you. Okay, so just stop cluttering up your machine with all those messy version managers like NVM or PyEn. Forget about them. Docker Hub is, and I mean this, literally a time machine. It has pretty much every version of major software going all the way back to 2014. You need to run a script with, Python 2.7? Just tell Docker to do it. 0 installation needed. It's that simple.
And this simple idea is just so powerful for testing. Think about it. You can just write a simple little loop to run your tests against node 14, then 16, then 18, then 20, all in a matter of seconds. And the best part, 0 conflicts on your own machine. It is absolutely revolutionary for making sure your code is compatible.
Just let that sink in for a second. This means you can jump into a legacy project from years ago or test your code against some brand new upcoming environment, all without a single installation headache. It is pure, instant time travel for developers. It's awesome.
All right, trick number 3. This one's all about slimming down those, let's be honest, bloated images we all create. You know what I'm talking about. We create this one massive Docker file with all the compilers, all the build tools, the whole shebang. The pro move, though, is the multi-stage build. This is where you separate your build environment from your final runtime environment. It's a game changer. And the result? It is absolutely staggering. Just look at this. We're going from a 1.2 times gigabyte build image all the way down to just 12 megabytes for the final production image. That's a 99% reduction in size. That is just wild.
But listen, this is not just about saving a bit of disk space. This is a huge security win. Your final production image has nothing in it except what your application absolutely needs to run. Nothing else. No compilers, no shells, no extra tools. You know what that means? It means you have virtually 0 attack surface. Okay, have you ever been running a container and just wondered, has anything changed inside? Like, did a process write a new log file? Or worse, did something malicious get dropped in there? Well, this next trick gives you instant X-ray vision. It's like forensics on demand. It is so simple. You just run docker diff and the container name. That's it. And look at this output. We can immediately see a log file was changed. Okay, that might be normal. But then we see a file called malware.txt was added to the temp directory. Whoa, that is an instant red flag. You can see how this makes it an incredibly powerful tool for security, right? You can spot unauthorized changes, weird log file behavior, or any potential tampering almost instantly. It's like having your own personal security auditor built into every single container. All right, and for our 5th and final main trick, let's solve one of the biggest headaches in all of DevOps. I'm talking about juggling commands between your local machine, your staging server, and your production environment. It's a pain.
Well, with Docker context, all that complexity just melts away. You set up your different environments, local, staging, prod, you name it, just one time. And after that, you switch between them with one single simple command, Docker context use.
And here's the best part, the real beauty of it. You use the exact same Docker commands you already know and love, like Docker PS or Docker Compose Up. The difference is, now they operate on whatever remote environment you've selected. No more messing with complex SSH commands or trying to remember which terminal window is which. It's just so clean.
Okay, you thought we were done? As a special bonus, we're going to do a super fast, rapid-fire lightning round. 5 more pro tips coming at you right now.
Okay, here we go. First, use a cache mount to make your builds lightning fast by caching packages. Next, add a health check so Docker can automatically restart any container that gets unhealthy. Always use a Docker ignore file. It will massively shrink your build context and speed things up. Use compose override files to cleanly separate your dev and prod configs. And finally, check out onBuild to automate setup steps in your base images. Phew! Seriously, every single one of those could be its own explainer.
Wow, okay, we have covered a ton of ground, haven't we? We've gone from making our secret API keys completely vanish into thin air to literally traveling through time to run any software version we want instantly.
So let's recap. These 5 tricks, they're basically your new Docker superpowers. You now know how to build with secrets that just vanish. You can use Docker as a time machine. You can create images that are 99% smaller and way more secure. You can perform instant security audits with a simple Docker diff, and you can manage all your environments with one command. That's powerful stuff.
But now, I really want to hear from you. Out of everything we covered, which one of these tricks completely blew your mind? Which one is a total game changer for your workflow? Was it the multi-stage builds? The secret mounts? Drop a comment below and let me know. Thanks for tuning in.